good afternoon, YouTube. Apologies first off to Karen. It's 12:10. I know you said if I was going to do a live stream, could I please do it in the morning? 12. I know you said if mute myself. Could I please do it in the morning because you're off out for dinner? You will now be out for dinner, and I'm really sorry. I just did not get myself organised. Also, apologies for really shocking hair today. Look at that. Didn't straighten it yesterday in the end. Went out in the rain this morning. Frizz Central. What can I say? I don't know who I'm apologising. I'm apologising at the moment to nobody because there's only me here. Hi. Actually, there's not only me here. Natalie is also here. Natalie's in sick bay, aren't you? Natalie is poorly sick. She thinks she's got possible tonsillitis. She's definitely got gingivitis, haven't you? No, poorly sick. Had to have soft tissues for poorly noses. Buddy's also here. He's snoring. So yeah, just me, Nat and Buddy at the moment.
I have to put him in his pajamas so you can
put him in his pajamas. He doesn't like his... She bought Buddy pajamas. He doesn't like them. They have got rubber ducks on. So yeah, it's still just me talking to myself. Nobody wants to come and talk to me. In fairness, like I said, it's Sunday. You might all be having a wonderful time elsewhere. If I can say, actually, it says that I've got 4 watching. If somebody wants to say hello in the chat, please do. It's always nice to talk to people. That arm just appeared from nowhere behind me. Okay, she's putting his pyjamas on, whether he likes it or not. I've got something in my eye again. This is just going to be a repeat of yesterday's live stream when I sat here and blew my nose and picked at my eyes and generally snurfled my way through. Also, it says my battery's low, so I may disappear at any point. I have been to the Sunday morning car boot sale. It is a dreary, dismal day in Bristol. Hi, Karin. Oh, no notification. Don't know why. Don't know why. YouTube being one of them, I guess. Perhaps people will come in a bit later if they start getting notifications. I don't really know how that works. No idea how that works. Polly Manning's in. Hi, Polly. So yeah, I have been out in the dreary weather. It wasn't raining first thing. It's just started raining as we were on our way home. I had to get wet because I had to stand out in the car cleaning pickled onion vinegar out of my car. Long story. Anyway, she's putting him in his pyjamas whether anyone likes it or not. I mean, he definitely doesn't like it. He looks very cross. She bought 2 pairs of pyjamas. One for Kai, one for Buddy. They came from China. In China, apparently they have no idea of what size large is. Mind you, we've proven that, haven't we, before with Chinese clothes. So the ones that were for Kai, who is a collie, husky collie cross, are only just big enough for Buddy, who is a terrier, and the ones that were for Buddy are only big enough for a miniature dog, of which we do not own. Do you want to come and show YouTube your pyjamas? Do you want to see his pyjamas? Buddy? Bud, come here. Come here. Buddy, up. Buddy, up. Up. Good boy. This is Buddy in his pyjamas with the rubber ducks on. I think it's embarrassing. Buddy thinks it's embarrassing. Anthony's very embarrassed because he's Anthony's dog. Natalie thinks it's hilarious. You got pyjamas on? You got rubber duckies on your jammies? Good boy.
Come here, cute boy.
Let him back in his nest and then go back to bed. No, he's gone downstairs embarrassed now.
Buddy, come here.
So there we go. Buddy in his pyjamas. In the middle of the day. Buddy's having a jammy day. You having a duvet day, Bud? He looks so cross. He really does look cross. So yeah, we went to the car boot. So we've got a reasonable amount of stuff, although I've just discovered that some of what I bought is complete tripe. Isn't that always the way? Let me show you some bits. This is not for eBay. This is for a friend for Christmas. Can you see that? That's a croc in Crocs. Isn't that the funkiest thing in the world? So yeah, that's for a friend for Christmas. And I got for £1 a Jammy Dodgers biscuit tin. Looking on resale, probably only worth about £3, so it probably wasn't the best thing I've ever bought, but if I open it and there's hundreds of Jammy Dodgers in there, that'd be great. Oh no, but there have been Jammy Dodgers in there. It's not been cleaned. Get that clean. Tum-ti-tum. And Karen says it's cold and wet where she is. Sorry about that, Karen, it's cold and wet here too. But yeah, there's not very many of us in, isn't there? How do we go and drag people in off the streets? Any ideas? Just me, Carmen and Polly. That's it, just the 3 of us. I bought these. These were £1 for the set. They are retro style, ceramic, tea, coffee and sugar. Again, these need cleaning. Particularly the sugar one is a bit sticky. But I thought they were quite nice. They're probably only the kind of thing you buy in Home Bargains or B&M. Ah, Ryan's in. Hi, Ryan. He spotted my jelly baby jar. That was from yesterday, that. Yeah. He's in excellent condition, but then the last one I bought was in excellent condition. He got smashed before he got to his destination. So, and Alzatic is in. Hi, Alison. You're right. Yeah, so those three were £1. The tea, coffee and sugar things. What's in the biscuit tin? Manky old mouldy crumbs. I've just opened the lid to see if there were any biscuits in there, and the answer is not anymore. But there have been. Bleh. So that needs cleaning out. That needs cleaning out. Yeah, tea, coffee and sugar things for £1. Like I said, they're the kind of things you probably get in B&M or Home Bargains, but I thought they were nice and they were in really good condition. They were £1. Also £1. A Mickey and Minnie winter latte mug, ice skating mug. Not bad for £1. Looks like it's probably been used on display only. There's no tea and coffee marks in there. It's a genuine Disney store one. So that was nice for £1. Alzatic says her shockings are sailingly awful. Her sales are shockingly awful. Mine too. Absolutely dismal. Yesterday I did about a tenner. So far today I've done £7.50. Luckily there's food in the freezer. Won't actually starve to death. Daniel Warren's in. Hi, Daniel. So yeah. Oh, and Richard Payne. Hi, Richard. Sorry, I didn't see you sneaking in there. But yeah, it's always up and down. Never spend it all when you've got it, because there's always going to be a time when you haven't. There you go. Carla's words of wisdom for a Sunday morning. Whilst we're on mugs, I also got these three for £5. So today was a really good Disney mug day. I got Lumpy from the Heffalump story. Again, that one's a Disney store one. And then I got this really nice Tigger one with Tigger climbing up the handle. That were also Disney store. French Fancies is in from freezing southwest France. Hi, French Fancies. I love French Fancies. They're like my favourite cake. Ryan says, I've had to promise 3 people delivery by Thursday this morning. Anything for a sale. Gets expensive when you start doing guaranteed next day, doesn't it? And Alzatic has gone and changed all to free delivery, first class, 1-day dispatch. I'm past caring. If they buy, they buy. If they don't, they don't. If they buy for Christmas, they don't get it in time. Tough boobies. And another one. This is just a 3D Minnie Mouse one. Again, all Disney. So they weren't bad. 3 for £5. You'll crash in a second when they all fall to the ground. Did I just read this out? Alzatic, I've gone and changed all to free delivery, 1-day, first class, 1-day dispatch. I live in hope. Did I read that out twice now? Have I read that out twice? Might be losing me marbles. I picked up this pile of stuff for £2. And I was particularly pleased with one item. And when I've got it home and checked it, I'm particularly displeased with it. So, in this pile, this little pile of stuff, £2. In there was an owl wireless electricity monitor. These sell for £20. I was quite pleased with that in my little pile of stuff for £2. Except I've got it home, opened the box, and in the box there's all the instructions, all the packaging, the transmitter, the cable, and no actual bloody monitor. So that was a waste. That was just, yeah, that's that. I might try and sell just the transmitter and the cable on its own, but it's not going to be £20, is it? Should have checked it, but when you're in the cold and you're digging through boxes, who can be bothered, really? Richard Payne says he only found one item worth buying at the car route today, and Ryan says same-day dispatch and 3-day deliveries, expecting it to be dead from Tuesday onwards. Alzatic, I think people are doubting pre-Christmas delivery, so shopping in real life now. Yeah, you're probably right. I did have a lady message me on Friday regarding a board game I was selling, checking the condition, despite the fact that I'd photographed it very clearly and explained the condition. And could I offer a faster dispatch because she'd like to have it in time for Christmas? Now I've got it listed on Hermes. So I sent her a message back saying currently Hermes are able to deliver within 2 to 3 days of me dropping off at the parcel shop. However, I have now added first class post to the listing for you so that you can select that if you wish. She then sent me another message asking about condition and contents of the box, so I sent yet another reply back saying, yes, here is the picture, here is how it all is, it is all bloody wonderful, look how bloody wonderful it all is. 48 hours passed and then she sent me a message saying, oh, well, thank you for your reply, but I panic bought another one this morning, thinking yours wouldn't get here in time. Might have done if you just bloody bought it instead of fannying about, you daft bint. If you're watching, sorry for calling you about daft bint, but I went to all the bother of checking and rechecking and photographing and replying and messing about, only for you to panic buy from someone else on eBay. I hope it doesn't get there in time. I do. I'm bitter and twisted. Twitter and bisted. Carmen's going to finish ranting now. Carmen's going to change to 10-day dispatcher on Tuesday and have a nice break. Al's Attic says, amazingly, Royal Mail delivered some parcels today to me. I thought it was Monday and I'd forgotten to send my girls to school. Yeah, I've never had a Royal Mail deliver on a Sunday. Ryan's listed 120 things in the last 2 days and he's going for another 30 today and then rest up all of next week and half of Christmas week. That's very dedicated. 120 in the last 2 days. Well done, you. I've got a few drafts on the go. I've got to go up in the loft and take a few photos. Also in my £2 bundle was a pack of 3 sealed VHS. These sell surprisingly well. Surprisingly well. And then, because I always bloody pick these up, like some kind of weird language obsessive, I've got Teach Yourself Greek and Teach Yourself French. Again, should have checked. Teach Yourself French is on cassette. Somebody might buy it. People do still buy cassettes. My father's still living in 1923, so... So yeah, but Teach Yourself Greek is on CD, and they are at least all there. All the bits are there. But another thing that doesn't have all the bits, I bought an Endura T18 complete vaping system. Thought that'd be good. Yeah, they do. They sell for 20 quid. No charging cable with it. Just one of those days for half the bits being missing in everything I bought. I haven't even checked this, but I bet half the bits are missing from this. This is a pocket Scrabble. I do really, really well with these. It's in nice condition to look at. All the instructions are there. All the little bits are there still. It doesn't even look like it's been used. But probably some of the bloody letters are missing, aren't they? Probably. I've been better than my day I've had. Al's Attic, how's ever buying is a machine. Ryan says VHS are good sealed people. And he also says he loves me. Oh, I love you too. Actually, is it j'aime is I like you? I like you too, Ryan. Je t'adore, I think is I love you. Ma français c'est terrible. Yeah, that's it. I've got my French is terrible and hello and I would like to go to the beach. Je voudrais aller à la plage. He's writing in French as well now. What are you going to do when you need a little, a little thingy accent? Parfois quand la MC touche... Behave. That's not my reindeer. He will go in a bundle. As you can see, I've been under the bed earlier. Can you see that pile back there? I've pulled out all of the other that's not mice to list a bundle later today. And comment était la vente car boot aujourd'hui? Car boot. What is the French? I don't think the French for car boot is car boot, is it? It would be la boîte de voiture. No, that would be the bottle. That would be a bottle of car. Don't know. Don't know what the French for boot is. No, it's not. It's not, Ryan. Right, French fancies. What is the... Is that vide grenier? Is that the French for car boot? Comment était la vente vide grenier aujourd'hui, Carla? Is that... How does that... If French fancies, if you are a French person, then can we apologise right now for butchering your beautiful language with my appalling pronunciation? Empty attic, is that what they call them? Going to an empty attic sale. No, J is I want. I don't bloody know. Honestly, my French lessons were 30 years ago. Yeah, I did German as well. Yeah. Ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch. Ein bisschen Deutsch. Not very much. Got a Harry Potter. French fancies, not my language, from the East End. I can't do the East End accent either. If I start trying to do Cockney, it's going to go horribly wrong. Right, no. See, I can't do it. Why am I trying? Stop trying. Harry Potter for a bundle. And the last item that I bought today. Oh no, 2 last items. I bought a Wild and Wolf travel journal just because they're really nice. They only sell for about a £5, but I paid £1. You know, it's going all Pete Tong, isn't it? At the apples and pears. Yeah, stop it, Carla, stop it. I've already upset France. I upset Wales the other day. In a minute, I'll upset the entire London and the home counties. Ryan says I wanted to do cooking at school, but they told me no because there was too many girls and I get distracted. How sexist. I think they might have been right. If you can't talk to me during a live stream without getting all unnecessary. Last item, sea salt bag. 50p. It's a sea salt anniversary birthday bag, 1981 to 2016. 50p, really nice condition. Those jute bags sell for about 8 or 9 quid. You know, if you get an actual sea salt handbag, they sell quite well. But those jute ones sell for 8 or 9 quid. Karen says, I was born in Germany and lived there till I was 6 and spoke it, but I got a D for GCSE. Oh dear, you've forgotten it all by then. And my dad's a Cockney. Karen, I went and watched your very brief Trolls Are Bastards video. And as I said yesterday, just ignore them. But I couldn't find another video that it could have related to. So what was your troll commenting on your videos? And if so, pop in the chat the name, because I'm wondering if it's the same one that I had. And yeah, interesting. Ryan, how much did I spend today? Not a lot. 4 quid. No, sorry, 2 quid on the first little bundle. 4 quid on another bundle. Probably about 12 or 13 pound. Really not very much. Yeah, 12 or 13 quid at the most. Three mugs for a fiver and another mug. Oh, and I also bought a Bissell steam cleaner. A Bissell steam cleaner, which is downstairs, which I paid 3 quid for. Yeah, so £1 there. 3 there. 4. Another 3, 7. Yeah, 12 quid-ish. Not very much. How much do I take normally? I usually, at this time of year, I usually take about 60 or 70 quid, and I very, very rarely spend very much. In the summer, I'll take more like 100 out with me. But I also take a friend who is also willing to dip into her pocket if I run out of money. I've usually got more at home, so the deal is usually, can you lend me some money and I'll give it back when we get to a cash point, you know? But, oh, yes, that young lady, yeah. Block. Block, block, block. Yeah. Yeah, same one. Block. Don't worry about it, love. This is how people get their kicks. Sad little people. This is how they get their kicks. No accounting for it. Yeah, so normally I take, in the summer I take about 100, and a friend who will dip into their pocket if I need more. But I'm you know, I've said this over and over again, I don't spend very much. I'm not a big, I don't lash out. I think the most I've ever spent on anything at the car boot says about 20 quid on one item. Because I just don't. I go for the small items. I don't like to tie large lumps of money up in things, you know. I mean, even things that I feel quietly confident about. I'm not picking my nose, by the way. I'm just prodding my face with a, whatever this is, a stylus. I bought a pair of Lokes shoes. Now, Lokes are a really good name. Hi, Lucy T. Lokes are a really good name. They should have sold. They're really nice condition shoes. I picked them up in the charity shop. They were £20. It hurt me a bit to pay £20, but I was like, they're Lokes. I can get £70 to £80 for a pair of Lokes. I've had them listed for well over a year. They're now listed at £19.99. If they sell at that price, I'll lose money. But at least I'll have got, you know, best part of my 20 quid back. Now, what's that all about? And that's what puts me off, having you know, a chunk of money tied up in something that I may have got it wrong. If I pay £1 or £2, doesn't matter if I get it wrong. This stuff this morning, the vape thing was £1. If I've got it wrong, it's not the end of the world. The owl monitor, 50p, I get it home, it's no good. It's not the end of the world. It doesn't bother me. But it would bother me if I paid 20 quid and I got it home and didn't work. That would bother me. So what's everybody else up to on this not sunny Sunday morning? Have you all got plans for the day? Karen, I did think, yeah, Karen said it might be worth doing an auction on the shoes, and I might do, yeah. I might put them on auction. Maybe start them at $4.99 or something. Because they're not shifting. I'm sick of the sight of the damn things now. I don't often buy men's stuff, because I don't really know about men's clothing. You know, it's not my forte. Ryan says I pay up 50% of the time, to be honest. Some stuff I pay £1 to £2 for things, and up to maybe 20 on average. Again, I think it's having the confidence, isn't it? It's having the confidence to lash out and leave that money tied up in something. And yet the money that I've got tied up in these bloody boxes of clothes, and all right, this is a bad time of year for clothing, but it's shocking at the moment, the stuff that's in these boxes. They're rammed. Every single one of these boxes is crammed full, and none of it's shifting at all. It'll all end up going on bloody auction. One day I'll have a proper head fit and auction the lot at a 99p start. French Fancy, hi Peter Ray. French Fancy says, thinking about listing, trying to recover from my daughter's 18th birthday party. Aha. Karen Fisher's having a lazy day and hubby's cooking steak and chips for tea. Lovely, we'll all be round. Tell us what time you want us. Peter Ray is also saying no notification, so I don't know why a notification didn't go out. I don't know how notifications work. I think YouTube just does its own thing. Ryan says, the summer I invested £500 to £600 in dresses, not knowing a thing. I sold 2k worth of stuff and still have some left. So got to jump in and go deep is my motto. Yeah, it's being brave though, isn't it? And storage as well. Something that's always held me back up till now is not having anywhere to put it. So if I bought 500, 600 quid of dresses, where the hell would I put them all? But now I've got a bit more room in the loft. There's a bit more space going on. Yeah. You have some. I think you have to be brave, but I'm not brave. I'm not brave. I am a small fish. I am a small fish in an ocean full of sharks. Ryan, are you a shark? So Peter Ray was out with his friends last night, getting his groove on somewhere. I don't know, getting his groove on or getting his elbow in motion. I'm not sure which. So yeah, he missed last night's impromptu live show. Ryan, you weren't here last night either. Dr. Doodle Doo is in and says hello, 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 hello. What's all this then? Ryan says he's an empty whale. Why an empty whale instead of a shark? Why an empty whale? Buy more dresses, be a full whale. So yeah, no plans for the rest of the day, really. Don't know. It's a very, very dreary day. We were talking about going to Westonborough Arboretum to look at the pretty Christmas lights. They do a Christmas display in the evenings, and it must be gorgeous. And then we realised it's 14 quid per person to go and look at trees with lights on. I've got a tree with lights on in the front room. I sit and gaze at that. 14 quid per person. I mean, there's going to be 4 of us going. We're not paying like £56 to look at trees. Peter Ray says he was getting his arm going, but he did catch up. What's the value of my stock on eBay? I've no idea. There's a bit somewhere that tells you, isn't it? Hang on. Bear with. Bear with. Bear with. Bear with. There's a bit somewhere. Listings. Is it when you click on listings? Is that where it tells you? Well, of course it's me. It wants me to sign back in. £8,135 and 14p. Wouldn't it be nice if that all sold today? £8,135 and 14p. Now, I've got about 754 items listed, which makes my average selling price about a tenner, doesn't it? People keep talking about getting their average selling price up, don't they? Talk about getting their average selling price up to £20-25. That'd be good. Ryan wants to be a full whale one day. But, yeah. It'll be fine. This is my philosophy in life. It'll be right. It'll be right. What is that? Oh, do you know what that is? That is... I was looking at this and wondering what it was that's sticking out. It's the handle of the drawer. I've got a little drawer here, and that's the handle of it sticking out. But I was looking at, because I've got the chat screen up, and I was looking at the chat screen thinking, what is that that's sticking out there? That's my knob. I've got my gold knob on the screen. What would I do with 8k minus fees? I'd go on holiday. I'd go immediately. I'd go tomorrow. I'd go where the sun is shining. Looks like a butt plug. It's not a butt plug, Ryan. My butt plug is... No, I don't have a butt plug. It's not on screen. Behave. It's bad, honestly. Shocking behaviour. So yeah, that's it. It was a very, very short haul, wasn't it? Very short haul. Nothing much to tell you. Carmen would pay off her credit card and buy a fancy kitchen. French Fancy says, wow, you have a lot listed, Carlo. I have 223 items listed, value of around 7k. So you must have much higher value items than me then if you've got 7k. Because like I say, I've got about 8k with 700. So your average item price is double mine and a bit, isn't it? Yeah. Paul Mosley's joined us. Good morning, Paul. We're not actually saying anything worth listening to, Paul. We're now just sitting here rambling on about nothing really, about value of items listed on eBay. So, average selling price is hard to get up unless you're paying up for items, really. Exactly, yeah, I'm not paying up. I'm tight. Paul Mosley has noticed my subs have gone up. I had 929 last night. I'm now on 936. As I was saying, if I can get to 1,000, we do some kind of celebratory thing, but I don't quite know what. We were talking about maybe doing whose haul is it anyway. Ryan's listed value is around 25k. Get you. Not an empty whale. Al's Attic's on about 2.3k, 140 items. If I want to maintain my 3k a month, I'd better crack the hell on. What kind of stuff do you sell, Alison? I've got a feeling like that you're antique-y stuff, but I might have got you mixed up with another Al, so I apologise if I have. I do tend to get people mixed up. I don't know who anyone is. It's nothing personal, it's just my old Alzheimer's head. I'll probably upset somebody saying that. Somebody will probably be offended by the fact that I've suggested that I've got an Alzheimer's head. People seem to be offended awfully easy. Oh, Al's Attic is hard to find toys and clothes. French Fancy says, I buy in bulk in the summer to carry through the winter. Really jealous there's no brocantes now. At least you still have the boot fairs. They're very small now, and at this time of year, it is pretty much the same faces week in, week out. It's the same traders there with the same stock. So you do get to the point at this time of year when you tend to walk past a lot of stores. You give them a cursory glance just in case they've got anything new. I mean, there's a couple of really good collectors guys there, but I can't afford the prices they... Well, rather, I can afford it, but there's no margin left in the prices that they want for their stuff, so... No, Peter, none of my challenge items were sold. Nothing sold. It's bloody rubbish. I have finally sold that Eternal Bow Brabantia food warmer. So that was quite funny because I was showing Caroline my tray, my Eternal Bow tray that I bought yesterday. And she said, have you sold your Eternal Bow food warmer yet? And I said, no, the damn thing's going to hang around forever. And of course, it's sold immediately. So the answer is to go through all of your stock and point at it and go, that thing's going to hang around forever. That thing's never going to sell. And then it sells. I don't know why. But no, my challenge has stalled horribly. Caroline is kicking my butt challenge-wise. Ryan is 80% clothing on eBay. It's a good market to be in. I can source it daily if needs be or buy in bulk. Hard goods are a lot harder to find and labour intensive. I tend to buy all my bric-a-brac and odds and ends and weirdnesses from the car boot and all my clothing from charity shops. Not hard and fast rule. I mean, if I see clothing that I want at the car boot, I'll buy it. And again, better for clothing in the summer. But at this time of year, the clothing that I'm finding at car boots, again, is those same old traders. And this is the stuff they've had in their garage, the stuff they've had in their lockup that they're wheeling out week after week. And it's smelly and fausty and old and just generally unpleasant. So... French Fancy says eBay's been switched off for anyone else. No sales yesterday or today. As I said, I did about a tenner yesterday and I've done £7.50 today. So, yeah, it's not great at the moment. Peter A, I'm sure Caroline is not cheating. Mrs. Matthews is an honest and upright citizen. And the fact is that she was always going to be better than this than me because as we've been talking, as we've been saying about paying up, Caroline is willing to pay up for something. Caroline is willing to go, yes, that's worth it. I know I can get more. And also she sticks to her prices as well. She believes in the prices she charges. So she says, that's worth $39.99. I will sell it at $39.99. And the world agrees. The world agrees with her and says, yes, it is. And yes, you will. And I will buy it at that price. Whereas I go, that's worth $39.99. And the world sends me a best offer for £2.50. Having the courage of your convictions, that's what it is. Ryan says, yeah, that's it. Not easy to do eBay. People think it is, but it's far, far from easy. And Alzatic says, I get a lot of schpock on Facebook if I can make at least £30 profit on it. And Ryan says, Caroline is rich, lol, she has a theatre. She does have a home theatre room. She has a lovely house. I believe her and Mr. Matthews have worked very, very hard to achieve what they have. And have been sensible people who know what they're doing in life, which I was not. I was a stupid person who didn't know what I was doing in life. And I'm not much cleverer now. Caroline does have a lot more space. I'm very envious of her space. I did walk around her house going, oh, all this space, oh, all this room. Oh my God, I'd do this here and I'd have that there and all this would be here and all that there and I'd do this, this and this. And she was like, yeah. Ryan says Caroline's really down to earth. The chav in her comes out regular. She's far from chavvy. She's very posh, very posh. Somebody said to me she's related to the Queen. Or is it Kate Middleton? I don't know. She's related to somebody posh anyway. She's not a chav, Ryan. I'm telling you, Ryan, Caroline Matthews. Caroline, if you're watching, Ryan's calling you names. We should go to Wales and find him. Track him down. Huh? Natalie will track you down. How will you do that? Yeah, but your dog's not going to be any good for tracking anyone down.
What we'll get is Ryan got white.
Your dog can barely track you down in the park, let alone anyone else.
Has Ryan got white?
I don't think there's a Mrs. Ryan, no.
Alright, we'll get Mrs. Ryan, and then we'll make her covered in bacon.
Right, apparently Natalie's plan for tracking you down, Ryan, is to get you a wife and get your wife to cover you in bacon, and then her dog will be able to find you. I'm seeing tiny, tiny flaws in this plan.
Oh, where are we going to get all that bacon from?
Where are we going to get all that bacon from? Absolutely. I think she might be mental. They're saying get Nat on cam. Do you want to be on cam? No. She's poorly sick. She's lying in my bed and covered up in hoodies and duvets and feeling sorry for herself. I'm reading Harry Potter. You do look sorry for yourself.
I am sorry.
She is sorry for herself. Shall I turn the camera around so they can see you?
No.
No.
I'm not
Another day.
I've got no
Ryan says, do you need a doctor? He's got an outfit. That's my child. That's my child you're talking to. Paul Mosley says nat cam.
12.
Oh dear. Nat cam. We should get a little head cam and you can be nat cam.
I want a little GoPro on my head.
Mind that drink.
Come on with it.
She wants a GoPro on her head. We don't own a GoPro.
We should get a GoPro.
I always think they look like an evil eye, the GoPros.
That's why I want one on my head.
Right. This conversation is going nowhere. Karen says, Ryan, my sister needs a man, but she lives in Suffolk. Yeah, she's too far away. I'm closer. I'm in Bristol. French Fancy says, yay, you must be a good luck charm. I've just sold an antique flouncy 1920s flapper onesie. That sounds like a real exciting item. An antique flouncy 1920s flapper onesie. Did they have onesies in the 20s? Like a kind of a trouser, well, I don't know. Well done you. I hope you sold it for lots of money and hopefully the sales will start ka-chinging in. Have you noticed that I've been doing this live stream for 31 minutes and 4 seconds? Not a ka-ching in sight. Not one. Nothing. I blame Nick Hills. Obviously because Nick Hills gets the blame for everything, but partly because Nick Hills said that every time there's any kind of live stream, my ka-chings take over, and since he said that, I've never had one. Ryan says he needs a wife and he's 30 now. It's his New Year's resolution to find a wife. Apparently you have to cover yourself in bacon or something. Alzatic says me neither. I'm not sure what. What you mean neithering to? Don't know. Have I hit my target yet this week? Yeah, 3 times. Yeah, I'm on target times 3 this week. So that's, you know, everything's fine. Everything's okay. I've given out my massive refund for my Jane Austen book set that Hermes dropped and dented. So I had to refund 50 quid. Oh, my £50, mine. How am I finding the attic space? Am I up there much? I go up about twice a day. I go up in the morning. I try to train myself to have at least 5 drafts done before I go up every time. Because when I take the drafts up, I photograph. So I sit down in the morning, I do at least 5 drafts. And then I take whatever I've drafted up, photograph it, bring down whatever's been sold. And then throughout the day, I do more drafts. And then again in the evening, take it up, photograph, bring down whatever's sold through the day. So I go up a couple of times a day. I do pop back up. If I'm packaging and something sells while I'm packaging, then I pop back up and get it. But I swear the whole time. Every rung of the ladder I swear on the way up, and then I swear my way around the loft while I'm finding it, and then I swear every rung of the ladder on the way back down about people who can't bloody buy things before I've been up in the loft in the mornings.
And then you wish you had me.
Why is Nat in my room? Doesn't she have her own room? She does have her own room, but she's in here being sociable. She's being sociable with her mummy. And also she likes my bed better than hers. I don't know why.
Yours has got a nicer blanket.
Mine has got nicer blankets. I've got the same blanket as you, haven't I?
No.
No, mine's got a nicer blanket. That's our soft Costco blankets, which are like velvet. They're lovely. Karen says no sales for 2 days, but she did send 18 parcels on Friday. Go, Karen! Woo! I bet your parcel man loved you. I've actually bought my parcel man a Christmas present. I'm so grateful for the man in the parcel shop. I'm so grateful to him because he's just an absolute legend. If I go in and the machine's not working, he's like, just leave them. I will sort it out later. If I'm in a rush, he says, just leave them. If he's got a queue, he says, he's so nice. I've actually bought him a Christmas present. I'm hoping it arrives in time because I bought it on eBay. Yeah, Ryan says, my attic's like that. I'm like, say, not again. Exactly. You just come down and the bugger's biting. You have to go back up.
You just say you bought it on eBay.
Yeah.
Don't defecate by you.
I think there's some very odd conversations about getting one leg in somewhere.
Your pillows are all wrong.
Why are my pillows wrong? They're my pillows. They're fine for me. Apparently my pillows are all wrong. People who complain about other people's pillows when they're in other people's beds. Yeah, she's grumping now.
I fixed it.
Yeah, Karen says her post office manager is lovely, but the other staff are not so nice. And Ryan says that's perfect for dropping off stuff at the Hermes place. His place is like this. If you get a decent parcel shop person or a post office person, it makes all the difference. Because you feel kind of conspicuous, don't you? If you've gone in with a load of parcels, you feel like you're holding other people up. I mean, if he's busy, he just hands me the machine and I scan them myself, you know. But it does make all the difference. I mean, the post office, you feel like hell if you're holding the queue up because you can feel All of those eyes boring in the back of your head because all of those people are waiting because of you. Do I use Hermes or Royal Mail mostly? Mostly Hermes. If it's large letter, it goes Royal Mail. Everything else goes Hermes unless it's somewhere that Hermes won't go. You know what I mean? But everything large letter goes Royal Mail. Everything I can squeeze into a large letter envelope, basically. Carmen says, yes, lots of tutting in the post office. Yeah, lots of people behind you going, oh. But these are people who are queuing because they want a stamp. Like me and Natalie was saying the other day, they're not aware that you can buy a stamp anywhere. Just buy a book of stamps. And then they go, I don't want a book of stamps, I only want one stamp. Yes, but buy a book of stamps and keep them in your purse or your wallet or your, I don't know, wherever, your secret stash of stamp place. And then you won't have to ever get in the post office queue again behind me. Ryan says, it's BS. We are registered as a business and the FOs won't collect from our places. Even though I send 50, 60, 70 parcels a week, it winds me up. Is that Royal Mail? Royal Mail won't collect from you. Yeah, Ryan's showing off with his 60, 70 parcels. Natalie says you're a show-off. Boasting. Oh, Hermes. Hermes won't collect from you. Do you not... You can do that thing where you book a collection, but I think it's about 40p more per parcel or something, isn't it? Something like that? He says he meant 5, 6 or 7 parcels. Not 50, 60 or 70. No, she's not listening now. I said, Ryan says he said 5, 6 or 7 parcels, not 50, 60, 70. He sends 5, 6 or 7 a week.
Well, if we get an 8 sale, we have to wait for the next week.
Yes. If he sells more than 8, they have to wait a week and then he posts it afterwards.
He should run on a 6-month delay because we don't send more than 7 a week.
He's got a 40-day dispatch on eBay. We're just talking shit now, basically. We do this. Okay. Fun as this has been. French Fancy says you need to take a flask, a chair and a book if you're in our local La Poste. Everyone spends too long talking about their lunch, dinner, weather in that order. And they should do discounts with business sellers, definitely. Ryan says, don't you get Nat to pack your shit up for you, lol. I do. She does help. If I've got a lot of parcels, then she does help. I am the packaging department because I am a control freak about how things are done. It's not that she wouldn't be able to do it. It's just that this is how I do it. So I pack, and then I pass to her, and then I print the labels, and then I pass it, and she sticks the labels on, and we get a bit of a system going, don't we? Yeah, she does help. She doesn't like it very much. She usually has to be bribed with a lift to work or whatever, but she does help.
Food.
Carla, you need to kick Z up the ass to get his Christmas down. Well, I can't kick it. It was Nick and Andrew who tagged him, so they need to kick his ass. Really, I'm not. Otherwise, I'm behaving like I'm king of the world. I'm not king of the world. I should be king of the world. I should be in charge. Hermes did £2 a parcel for a while in November. That's where the price should be for up to 2 kilo. Yeah, it amazes me how often they manage to do these price drops and then they go straight back up again. Hermes through shuttle was £2.48 for the beginning of this month, and then suddenly it went back up again. Peter says, I know, but you started it. I did start it, but it's not my job to make sure everybody does it. It's not my fault. Oh, come on. Do you really think that I could make Zahir do anything? Really? Really? If Bex can't manage it, then I'm damn sure I can't. Do I use shuttle? I use shuttle for anything. I use parcel to go for most of them, but if it's like if it's in Inverness or somewhere, then parcel to go quote you the next rate up. So then I go back to shuttle for those. I have a normal printer. I don't have a Dymo. I'd like one of the big Dymos that prints the 4x4 labels, but I don't have one. They're a couple of £100, aren't they? And it's a lot to pay for a printer. There's nothing wrong with this flipping old Epsom. And yeah, and that's it. If Bex can't kick him into touch, then there's no way I can. Bex is scarier than me, I think. Have you seen the way she looks at him sometimes? Sometimes she just gives him that look. She's like, you're like, oh dear. Oh dear. Bex is too busy knitting her dog a Christmas jumper, lol. That's what you need, buddy. You need a Christmas jumper. He's gone to sleep in his pyjamas now. Under a blanket. You right?
He's cold from going swimming.
Yeah, he went swimming. Now he's cold. He will go swimming in the cold water. He's a daft dog. Ryan says, Bex is awesome to Z. He's hard work, I bet, lol. I should imagine he's quite fun. Zahir. I should imagine he's quite fun. But I should imagine she also wants to bat him upside the head every now and again. Maybe she does bat him upside the head every now and again. Sorry, I've got really dry skin. I had to clean the back of my car out from the pickled onion vinegar, which again I haven't told you about, and now my hands are really dry. Right, I have been talking rubbish for 40 minutes. I am going to say goodbye. I'm going to let you all get on with your Sunday. Natalie must be overheating because she's stripping off over there.
No, the hood's strangling me.
Oh no, her hoodie was strangling her. Well, get under the duvet. Stupid child. Stupid child. I hope everybody's sales pick up. Ryan's just said have some good sales. Yeah, I hope everybody gets a good day of sales. I do think we're looking at now at the slow period because, as somebody said earlier on, I think it was Alzatic said earlier on, people will now have lost confidence in getting their stuff in time for Christmas. So I think we're now going to hit the slow period. I think this is where the breaks go on. So I'm going to go and straighten my hair because, as you can see, I've started fiddling with it all the way through this flipping live stream because it's so frizzy and mental where I didn't straighten it after my shower. French Fancy says, bon chance for the rest of the week with all your sales. Thanks for the chat. Lucy T, thanks, Carly, you made me smile. There you go. My work here is done. Ryan says, tell Nat I'll be down in an hour with my speculum. Do not visit this house with a speculum. I forbid it. Completely forbid it. On that somewhat revolt. That's my child, Ryan. That's my child. On that somewhat revolting note, I have you know, there's nowhere a speculum could go. She's smooth like a Barbie. Solid plastic all the way. Smooth like a Barbie. That's how I'm thinking about it. That's how it is. Tamsin Kinch has just said, thanks, Carla. Lovely to catch you live. I'm choking to death now. Excuse me. Thank you all for tuning in. Oh dear. It's been lovely talking to you all. That's over there chuckling. Have a lovely Sunday. Have fantastic sales. I'm not repeating that. Have fantastic sales. Have a great week. Speak to you all soon. Bye bye.